Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Jane and Alex podcast. It is so good to be here with you all today. How are you doing, Alex?
Hello, Jane. Hello, listeners. I am doing fantastic, thank you. I actually just had a very interesting morning. I was trying out a new coffee machine I bought, and it has so many buttons I almost didn't get my coffee. How about you? How is your day going?
Oh no, too much technology for a simple cup of coffee. That is funny. My day is going well, thanks. Actually, your coffee machine story is a perfect introduction to what I wanted to talk about today. I have been reading the news lately, and it feels like there is one topic that is absolutely everywhere.
Let me guess. Is it about technology?
Yes, specifically artificial intelligence, or AI. It seems like every day there is a new headline about a robot or a computer program doing something amazing, or maybe a little bit scary. So I thought we could chat about that today.
That is a brilliant topic, Jane. Artificial intelligence is definitely the buzzword of the year. It is changing so many things about how we live and work. But for many of our listeners, and even for me sometimes, it can be a bit confusing. What exactly do you think of when you hear AI?
Well, honestly, the first thing I think of is movies. Like science fiction movies where robots take over the world. Or maybe something like Iron Man's computer, Jarvis. But I know it's not just in movies anymore. It's real life.
That is a very common association. We've been trained by Hollywood to think of AI as human-like robots. But in reality, AI is much more subtle, and it's already all around us. Simply put, artificial intelligence is just a branch of computer science. It's about creating computers or machines that can perform tasks that usually require human intelligence. Things like recognizing speech, making decisions, or translating languages.
Right. Okay. So it's not just a robot walking around. It's the software inside the computer. That makes sense. But Alex, sometimes I feel like I'm using AI without even knowing it. Is that possible?
Absolutely, Jane. In fact, I guarantee you used AI today before you even came to the studio. Did you check your phone this morning?
Of course. I checked the weather, and then I looked at Instagram for a few minutes while I was eating breakfast.
There you go. When you unlock your phone with your Face ID, that is AI. It's recognizing patterns in your face. And Instagram, the algorithm that decides which photos or videos to show you, that is pure AI. It learns what you like and tries to show you more of it to keep you looking at the screen.
Wow, I never really thought about social media algorithms as AI, but you're right, it's learning about me. That's actually a little bit creepy, isn't it? It knows I like videos of cute cats and cooking recipes.
It can feel a bit invasive, yes, but it is also very useful. Think about Netflix or Spotify. How do they know what movies or music to recommend to you? They analyze millions of pieces of data from other users and compare them to what you have watched. It is a recommendation engine powered by AI.
Okay, I do love my Spotify recommendations. They are usually really good. So that is the everyday stuff. But what about the big changes? I keep hearing about ChatGPT and these chatbots that can write whole essays. I actually tried using one the other day to write an email to my landlord.
Oh, really? How did that go?
It was amazing, Alex. I just typed, write a polite email asking to fix the leaking tap, and it wrote a perfect email in 2 seconds, better than I could write. But it also made me wonder, if computers can write so well, what happens to people who write for a living? Or what happens to students learning English?
That is the big question everyone is asking. These tools are called generative AI because they generate or create new content. It is a huge leap forward. Regarding your worry, I like to think of it as a tool, like a calculator. Before calculators, people had to do long math in their heads. Calculators didn't make mathematicians disappear. It just helped them do their work faster. I think AI will be similar for writers and learners.
I hope so, because I enjoy writing, but I can see how it would be helpful for our listeners. If you are learning English, you could ask the AI to correct your grammar, right?
Exactly. It's like having a tutor available 24/7. You can write a sentence and say, "Is this correct?" Or "How can I say this more naturally?" And it gives you instant feedback. It is a powerful resource for language learners. However, Jane, there is a catch. Do you know what hallucination means in the context of AI?
Hallucination? Usually that means seeing things that aren't there, right? Like if you were sick or dreaming?
Yes, exactly. In the AI world, a hallucination is when the AI confidently gives you an answer that is completely wrong. It sounds true, it looks correct, but it is made up.
Because the AI doesn't actually know facts. It just predicts the next word in a sentence. So learners have to be careful. You cannot trust it 100%.
That is really good to know. So don't let the robot do all your homework because it might be lying to you. That is funny. But Alex, moving away from just writing, what about jobs? I have a friend who is a graphic designer, and she's really worried about AI creating images. She thinks companies won't hire artists anymore.
That is a very valid concern. We are seeing AI tools like Midjourney or Dolly that can create beautiful images from just a text description. It is disrupting the creative industries. Disrupting means changing the traditional way things are done, often causing some chaos. Some jobs might disappear, or at least change a lot. But history shows us that technology usually creates new types of jobs too.
New jobs? Like what? Robot repairman?
Maybe, or prompt engineer. That is a new job title. It is someone who is an expert at talking to the AI to get the best result. You have to know exactly what to ask. Also, we will always need humans to oversee the work. An AI doesn't have real human emotions or cultural understanding. It can mimic or copy emotion, but it doesn't feel it.
That is a relief. I don't think I want to read a novel written by a computer. It would lack soul, the human connection.
I agree completely. Language and art are about connection. An AI can analyze data, but it hasn't lived a life. It hasn't had its heart broken, or tasted a great cup of coffee, or felt the sun on its face. Those experiences shape how we communicate. That is why human content will always be special.
Speaking of the future, Alex, are you an optimist or a pessimist about AI? Do you think it will save the world or destroy it?
That is a deep question, Jane. I think I am a cautious optimist. I think AI can solve huge problems. For example, in healthcare, AI can analyze X-rays and detect diseases much earlier than human doctors can. It could help us find cures for cancer or model climate change solutions. That is the amazing side.
And the pessimistic side?
Well, there are risks. We talked about jobs. There's also the issue of privacy and deepfakes. Have you heard of those?
Yes, those are videos where they swap someone's face, right? I saw a video of a famous actor saying something he never actually said. It looked so real. That is terrifying.
Precisely. If we cannot trust what we see with our own eyes, that is a problem for society. It means we have to become better at critical thinking. We have to question sources and verify information. So while the technology is amazing, we need rules and regulations to keep it safe.
It sounds like we are living in a very important time in history. It is exciting, but also a lot of responsibility. I guess for us regular people, the best thing is to stay curious and not be afraid to learn how to use these tools.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Don't be afraid of the technology. Play with it, understand it, but remember that it is just a tool. You are the driver.
I like that. I'm the driver, the AI is just the car. Hopefully a self-driving car one day.
Yes, we already have those too, but that is a topic for another episode.
Definitely. So, Alex, before we wrap up, do you have any specific advice for our listeners on how they can use AI to improve their English this week?
Yes, I do. I have a challenge for everyone listening. I want you to find a chatbot like ChatGPT or Gemini and have a 10-minute conversation with it in English. You can role play. Tell the AI, pretend you are a waiter at a restaurant and I am a customer. Let's practice ordering food. It is a safe space to make mistakes because the robot won't judge you.
That is a fantastic idea. I am going to try that too, maybe in French. I need to practice my French.
Bonne chance with that. And remember, ask the AI for corrections after the conversation.
Well, this has been such an interesting chat, Alex. I feel like I understand AI a little bit better now. It is not just scary robots. It is helpful tools, algorithms, and a changing future.
I am glad to hear that. It is a huge topic, but breaking it down makes it less scary.
Thank you so much for explaining everything so clearly. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this conversation about artificial intelligence.
Yes, thank you everyone. We really appreciate you listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please let us know.
What do you think about AI? Are you excited or worried? Let us know in the comments below what topic we should cover next. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily English practice.
See you next time, everyone. Keep practicing.
Bye!